is my 9th year on testosterone, but it hasn't been a consistent 9 years of hormone replacement therapy. That's just not been my path for multiple reasons. There have been times where I have either chosen to pause, forced to pause for various reasons, but I have a lot to say about my holistic transition experience, and that's why I'm going to be making more videos. I'm writing about them too. My writing is a bit more, you know, I don't know, it's a creative outlet. I write some real tactical, practical articles about resources and changes in my mental thoughts that have helped as I have made changes in my life. Not just the change from, you know, a female identified leaning person to a more masculine identified leaning person, or at least presenting person. And my whole concept about my own identity is fluid. It's very fluid. It's probably more fluid now, or at least I admit that it's more fluid now than ever before. I mean, I feel like it's always been this fluid, but I think I'm just now learning language to describe it in ways that make more sense to me. And I think that's what this has been. It's been like a constant searching for labels and language about myself that makes sense, and I'm still looking for that, and I'm still discovering that within myself. And I feel like my story is in flux again, or still. So I never really shared videos about my transition when I began the physical process of change, and I know that that's what a lot of guys talk about, or, you know, a lot of trans people in general talk about their physical transition and the changes that have happened. So, you know, I'll share some of that for sure, but I feel like there's a lot of videos that are sharing very similar experiences when it comes to the physical changes. And for me, my transition was so much more profound than just the physical. But the things that I enjoy contemplating and conversating about mostly are the emotional, mental, and spiritual changes. And that definitely includes my own creative process. And that's a lot of what Transmanifesto is about. And the videos I want to use as a way to sort of talk about my physical transition, or answer questions, or, you know, maybe share details that are more about just general identity questions, from sexuality to gender identity and expression. And that's part of why I want to talk to other creative trans people to start, and I feel like that conversation will change and evolve and grow, but that's at least where some of these trans stories are starting. And I'll be sharing more of those soon too. So, but today's video, I really wanted to, one, sort of introduce myself and this new channel, and share, reaching this 9-year point. I had pictured like doing something big for my 10th year on testosterone, but the truth is I'm about to go off of testosterone again, purposefully, intentionally. I have one shot left that I will do today, and then I have a follow-up appointment scheduled on Wednesday at Planned Parenthood, which is where I go for my hormone replacement needs as a transgender person. They are an amazing resource, especially since being self-employed and relocating. It's a whole other story, lots of other changes, but I'm not going to my appointment on Wednesday. I'm going to cancel it, and I'm not going to renew my testosterone prescription, and I'm going to document sort of the reverse changes as I become a primarily estrogen-based being again, and I have a whole lot of mixed feelings about that. This decision may change. I mean, come summertime, I may be making an appointment again. And right now, I'm in a place where I feel like my body needs a break from the synthetic hormones. I keep feeling sort of this intuitive nudge to stop, at least for a little while. This is purely based on my own, just listening to my body. And that's something that has been in transition too, and I'm still learning to do. It feels like my body needs a break from the synthetic hormones. And if I had access to a bioidentical hormone, I may not be making this decision. But the reality is, right now, Planned Parenthood provides a synthetic hormone, and my body just feels like it needs a break from that. And it may be a 1 month break, it may be a 6 month break, it may be a 12-month break. I don't know yet. My dysphoria sometimes determines that for me. I have noticed that the way society perceives me changes based on my chemistry. It's just my own experience. I notice that people slip on pronouns, and even people who've never known me other than he and him will she and her me, like just subconsciously. It won't be an intentional thing, but when I have been off testosterone in the past, I have noticed that happens more. And so I have some anxiety. And part of it's also just finding a comfort in my own, like, androgyny as a masculine identified person. And I think that I became really comfortable with my androgyny as a primarily estrogen-based person before I started my transition. I think I've got to stop this video. I don't want this video to be long. I don't want any of these videos to be like super long. So I'm coming up on 10 minutes already. Maybe that's enough for now. But I'm going to share more of my own art and my own story. And I'm excited to do this new thing. So thanks for checking it out and sharing it. And follow me on Instagram, Transmanifesto. And check out the website, transmanifesto.com. It's a work in progress, but I'm going to be adding more and more content, video content, written content, and hopefully some guest posts and interviews coming soon. Alright,